everyone, happy November. Welcome back to the Up and About podcast. I'm your host, Isabel, and can you believe that we are 1 month away from the end of the year? That is just insane to me. Getting into the November vibes, especially if you live in Vancouver, you know it is cold, it is raining all the time, it's cloudy, the sun sets at around 4 p.m., the vibe is cozy and it's great and it's fantastic. There are definitely days where seasonal affective disorder can really come in and impact your mental health, especially during the month of November. And in this episode, we are going to tackle some routines and ideas and activities to combat seasonal affective disorder and get ourselves in high spirits, take care of our mental health, and raise our vibe for this season. There is so much beauty and love and excitement in our lives to be given and shared, and I really wanted to channel that energy today. If you're watching this on video, you'll probably notice that I finally changed my hair after 10 months, almost a year from now. I've been craving that volume in my hair. It used to be so long and also one layered as well, so it would be so heavy, and I wanted to switch it up, go a little bit shorter, add a lot of layers, and keep that volume in my hair all day, especially when I do use the Dyson Airwrap to blow it out. If the curls fall flat, I still wanted to keep that voluminous 90s blowout look, and I am obsessed with it. I got these long face framing layers and short curtain bangs, and I'm excited to style it for the rest of the season. And we'll definitely touch on beauty routines soon, but let's start with a morning routine. So when I get up, I want to start my day with good and productive intentions. If you're the kind of gal that likes to journal 10 minutes, 15 minutes first thing in the morning every single day, girl, kudos to you, because I've been pretty inconsistent with it. And if you don't have the time to consistently journal and have a brain dump and get the thoughts out of your head and onto paper, what I like to do within the first 10 minutes of waking up is to close my eyes and take 5 minutes of deep breaths and visualization of how my day will go. And this typically sets the mood, it sets the intention, it gives me my outline of the day and tells me how I want to prioritize it, especially if there's a pressing concern that's on my mind, or a project that has a closer due date, or a friendship I want to pour into or make plans with. In my mind, I visualize the top 3 things that need to be done, and I also visualize how I'd feel when I do them, and it gives me this sense of excitement and good intentions, and overall just has a great effect on how I want to start my day and how I want to spend my time, especially if I want to sneak in some time for reading or productivity. Now, not gonna lie, I don't do this too often, but it is a new habit that I am trying not to neglect as well, but it is getting up after visualization and not going on my phone. I am so guilty of that. Sometimes it'll take me an extra 20 minutes to even 40 minutes just going through my emails, social media, catching up with the world, looking at the stock market, and it takes my focus and time away from how I want to spend my day. So this is definitely a new habit I'm forming, and I'm trying to replace that with fixing my bed right away and making the bed right away, getting out of bed right after the scroll of doom, which I'm working on eliminating, and starting the day off with a good note, thinking of the things that I'm grateful for, thanking the universe for giving me another day to be alive, looking at the weather and appreciating how this day will never come ever again, looking outside and seeing the colors of the trees and seeing them change and the vibrancy of the trees, finding beauty in the most smallest things. It makes a huge difference in my mood and my day, and once I'm out of bed, I want to get ready for my day. I want to show up and present my myself the best way that I can. So I've recently made a new habit to get ready for the day, even when I'm just going on my daily walk or I have nowhere to go but stay home. Especially during this season, I find that I have a more slower pace. I don't like to go out too much. If I see my friends, I either go over to their places or vice versa. I find myself just slowing down, being at home more often. And so even when I don't do anything or leave the house that day, I have learned that I love playing with makeup. I love doing my hair, and the moment that I do get ready for my day and do my skincare routine and my makeup routine and my hair routine, it just makes me feel so confident and like I made a conscious effort to present myself and show up for my day, no matter how big or small. It's an action that allows me to invest in my confidence and my abilities. And the process of getting ready and playing your favorite songs or listening to your favorite podcasts or catching up on your favorite shows or videos as you get ready, candles, lighting scents, spraying your favorite perfume, it just makes the ambiance just so cozy and vibey. And I really do love being a woman. I think getting ready is definitely one of my favorite parts of the day. For sure. The air is cold, so make sure to wear more moisturizer than usual to avoid cracked and flaky skin, especially under your makeup. So that's typically one of the first things I would do. In the morning, I would put on my vitamin C serum. It combats against free radicals and also helps brighten your skin as well. On top of that, I would add a moisturizer and I would pack that on. I really love the Everyday Moisturizer by The Ordinary, which is just super basic moisturizer. I find that my skin reacts very well to more simple and clean ingredients, nothing too complicated, barely any scents when it comes to my skincare routines. After the moisturizer has settled in, I will go in and use a mineral-based sunscreen. Once those products have dried, I will go in and start my makeup routine, which right now is a super minimal makeup routine, but I still love it and I think it makes a difference. I love using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer just underneath my eyes and on some spots that I have discoloration or hyperpigmentation from. And then I personally love a glowy and dewy look, so I use the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. I'll put some Rare Beauty highlight and illuminizer on top of that for that glowy, dewy skin look, especially in the sun. I'll curl my eyelashes, and depending on what day it is, I'll either wear mascara or I don't. For the most part, I don't, but I just recently purchased the Tower 28 mascara. And I love it, especially because I have oily skin and that mascara stays on all day. It does not smudge at all, which I really, really appreciate. And it also comes off fairly quickly. It's not a pain to rub off your mascara, which is always something I've disliked about wearing mascara. It's easy to put on, it looks natural, it doesn't give you spider lashes. And then I will finish off with my favorite Dior lip glow oil in Rosewood, in the shade Rosewood, which is just the everyday shade that I love. Either that or the clear shade. Go in with my pressed powder, go in with my loose powder, and that would be the look. Super simple, takes less than 7 minutes, and it instantly makes me feel bright and excited, especially when you find the perfect products and are wearing your favorite products that you love and feel comfortable and feel good in. There is just nothing better than finding your holy grail products and using them all at the same time. Once I do my makeup, I will either not do my hair or do my hair just because I have the Dyson Airwrap. And so when I do use the Dyson Airwrap on me, it lasts fairly long, around 3 to 4 days, depending on the activities that I do nowadays. But honestly, I've just been going on long hour walks, so my hairstyles have been staying longer than usual because I haven't been sweating intensely nowadays. But typically with the Airwrap, it'll take me 20-30 minutes. I'll do a quick blowout, I use the Kerastase blow dry lotion, and I find that product has really made a huge difference in holding my hair. And once my hair is done and dry, I will go in with the Jisoo hair oil and just put it on the ends for that shine and that extra nourishment and conditioning. I've learned that even when I am just inside, not being in a sweatsuit all day makes a huge difference in my mood. Even though I am inside, I do like dressing up, and it doesn't have to be crazy, you can still wear something cozy, but I love wearing my favorite sweater and a nice pair of soft leggings or soft pants. Something that looks really nice and neutral and put together. And if you live with a partner like I do, I live with my boyfriend Josh. For us, we love presenting ourselves to one another as a couple that doesn't get too comfortable around one another to the point where we almost stop trying and let ourselves go. We never want to be that couple, and putting in that extra effort and initiative to show your partner that you're trying and that you want to present yourself as the best around them, and they present themselves in a certain way around you, is such a sign of respect, and I find it so sexy and keeps the spark alive. And even if you don't have a partner, doing it for yourself feels fantastic. Growing up, I saw my mom and my dad always get ready, even if they worked at home as well, even on weekends, even when we didn't go out. My parents always dressed up a certain way for themselves and the relationship and us. And it just shows that you have respect for yourself, you have respect for the other members in the family, and that you set a certain standard in the way that you present and carry yourself, even if it's for you at home. I find that when I start becoming complacent in any part of my routines, it slowly becomes a red flag, because it means that you are not challenging yourself and growing, and the feeling of being too comfortable can easily lead you to being stagnant and essentially regressing. But we don't do that here. The girlies here, we don't do that. And it is a flex, and it is so much work to be on top of it and to be on top of your routines. But that is what will set you apart from the average person. All right, so once I'm ready, I love to clean my space. Having a clean and organized home is such a big part of my mental health. Making sure the dishes are put away right away, the counter is clean, everything is organized, everything in my home has a specific place. That is so satisfying. And even cleaning up with your headphones on, listening to your favorite songs, dancing while you vacuum, that is a vibe. It gets a little movement in, it gets you moving your body. I love to wear my signature scent every day, which is the Vanilla Wood scent by the 7 Virtues. It's one of my favorites. And every time I smell it, it just makes me swoon. Like, I love anything that's sensory because it really sets the tone to romanticize your life. If it's sunny outside, no matter how cold, I'll always take that opportunity to go on a walk. I've been challenging myself to walk every single day since the beginning of September. And so far, so good. It has made such a big impact on my mental health. It gets me off my phone. It gets me grounded, present. Being directly in the sun, in the chilly air with your favorite Starbucks drink is one of my favorite parts of the day. It lets me have time for myself. It lets me honor myself and carve time for my mental and physical health, which is so important, especially during the darker months. Getting that vitamin D through sun exposure as much as you can is so helpful. It kicks off your circadian rhythm, wakes your body up, especially that little walk to get your favorite drink or protein shake or smoothie or latte. For me, my current favorite right now is the Starbucks chai latte, but I add cinnamon dolce syrup because I don't drink caffeine. So the cinnamon dolce latte, it does have caffeine in it, But the chai latte with the syrup is really cool because you can have both worlds, and I love it. It is delicious. I also love getting hot chocolate from blends because they melt real chocolate in your hot chocolate, and it's just so luxurious and rich, delicious. It is definitely one of the best hot chocolates in downtown Vancouver, overall in Vancouver, in my opinion. I also love the Body Energy protein shakes. I've been drinking a lot of their Harvest apple flavor, which is cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg, and apples. And also their pumpkin spice is really delicious. After getting your steps in, I suggest trying or picking up one new hobby and do that one thing you've been putting off all year, or finally get to that experience that you've wanted to do for yourself for so long that you haven't gotten the time to do yet. I've been really thinking about ballet, specifically adult introduction ballet classes. That is something that I've wanted to get into as an adult and learn new skills, meet new people, and overall just get into something I've never done before. I remember as a kid, I used to do ballet a lot, but I did end up quitting. And as an adult, the whole concept of ballet really intrigues me because I do take bar classes, and it is a lot of ballet moves, ballet integration, and Pilates is also a very graceful and rehabilitating form of exercise created for dancers. So because I love bar and Pilates and yoga, I've been thinking about getting into an introduction class for ballet for adults who have never done it before. And so for me, that's a hobby that I definitely want to try. That's also indoors, so it's more accessible when it's cold out. If you are more of an outdoor winter sport girly, it will be so much fun to go ice skating, even snowshoeing, of course, alongside skiing and snowboarding. But snowshoeing has always intrigued me because it reminds me of going on walks, except in the snow. I heard it is pretty intense and pretty cardio heavy as well, but I've never done it before, and that would be a really cool experience to try. If you have the opportunity to try breath work or sound baths, please do, especially if you are more in a season of slowing down and becoming more mindful. There are a lot of spaces in Vancouver and most likely in your city that offer sound baths and sound bowls and breath work for $20, $15, $10. There are actually lots that are getting offered by donation as well. It's about an hour and a half sound experience, but it's just incredible for your mind and your body to relax and feel grounded and feel present while you enjoy the vibrations and the inner works and letting your mind wander and reveal things to you that maybe you haven't had the time to think about. Getting into the routine of romanticizing your everyday life helps you reduce stress. It creates this predictability for your week. It creates structure for your day, so you know exactly what to expect and you have a direction of how your day is moving along. I find night routines to be so important and so calming as well. Josh, my boyfriend, and I actually are doing a book club between us now. And so instead of being distracted and being on our phones and being so invested in our Apple ecosystem, we actually bought separate tablets, specifically Android tablets, to read our books. And I really love it because it lets me put away my typical devices and distractions and lets me focus on just reading the book page by page. I find that when I do listen to audiobooks, it's hard for me to take notes and to fully process that information right away as the book keeps going. Whereas when I do have an Android, I'm able to write notes on the tablet, highlight words, and the process of having a physical device in your hands that you're able to add PDF books to anytime has been game-changing for me. I really do love reading in the nighttime now. I carve at least an hour and a half of my night to read. It really puts my mind at ease. It helps me think about what I'm actually reading in the moment as I write down notes and I'm highlighting. And I'm really excited to give you guys book recommendations because I have so many books that I'm currently putting together a list of that I want to read for the book club, especially books about marriage and relationships and love and purpose and meaning. In the evening, I will also light candles in our home, set the ambiance, that warm light going. I'll also get back to any of the texts that I've missed throughout the day, and will catch up with my family and ask how their days have gone since I don't live with them anymore. I'll have a check-in with Josh. I'll ask him how his day went. Around this time, I'll typically have dinner made for the both of us, and we will be settling in and relaxing after our workday is finished. Before we go to bed, I always make sure that my skincare is on point. I never sleep in my makeup. And my holy grail products, again, to use are my vitamin C serum from CeraVe, the green tea dark circle serum from The Ordinary, the Laneige cream skin toner and moisturizer, and it comes in a spray bottle, which I love, so I just spray it all over my face. And if my skin needs some extra hydration, then I will finish off with the moisturizer from The Ordinary. If you have the means or the health insurance, cover therapy, especially during this time. A lot of emotions will come up, especially if you are around family a lot for the holidays. It is so inevitable that there will be some kind of family drama if you do have a big family around this time. It's so common for feelings and conflicts to come up. Really the key to help you build communication skills with your relationships and to help you understand the way that you're feeling or you behave a certain way, especially when things come up and you can get triggered. I highly suggest investing in a therapist, especially if your seasonal affective disorder gets into a dark place and it gets worse. It is so worth investing in a mental health professional that can help you understand your triggers and have an objective and professional perspective. I find that in addition to having these routines to keep you accountable and upright, to talk about your feelings and truly connect with your loved ones makes a huge difference. It gets so easy to get lonely during this period of time, but I want to remind you that you're not alone and you're able to call up somebody you love, even right now. If not right now, then this evening. And I'm sure that the people you love would be so happy to hear from you. I know if one of my best friends and my family called me and said that they were having a hard time or really going through it, I would make sure to drop what I'm doing and be there for them and support them through this hard time. As humans, we are designed and wired to emotionally regulate our people, help one another through hard times, and give each other perspective, because going through something alone is so challenging because it gets so easy to spiral and get into your head and continue the negative self-talk if you don't have somebody to talk it out with. So call a friend this cozy season, set up some cute blankets, have a movie night, create some hot chocolate. Something I was inspired by are seeing people throw Harry Potter themed parties where they would create a lot of these snacks that are Harry Potter themed inspired, and they would buy this cute Harry Potter themed decor and make some adorable desserts and snacks based on the books and the movies and the characters. And that inspired me a lot because you guys know me, I am a Harry Potter girl through and through. It is one of my dreams to visit the Harry Potter Adventure Park. but being able to channel my creativity and bond over food and create a new experience, a new fun experience with my friends and family over something we love is definitely an activity that can help you get into routine and combat seasonal affective disorder. Being surrounded by the people you love, doing what you love, talking your feelings out, holding yourself accountable to the routines that you love, controlling your environment as much as you can, whether it's through essential oils, diffusers, candles, different types of plants, organizing your space, creating the ambiance with your lighting and your favorite songs. That is totally the fall vibe. Let's make this season a cozy hibernating season where you're about to enter your cocoon and glow up from the inside, getting ready to spread your wings and nurturing your mind and your soul and your body. Just know that you're not alone. It is super common to feel a little bit more lonely or down during this season, but everything will be okay. You have a community here that loves you and is rooting for you. And I hope this helps you guys. I am so looking forward to talking to you next time. I hope you have an amazing day. If you're trying a new hobby, please let me know. We have a community on Instagram at @upaboutpodcast. I hope to see you there and catch you next week. Hope you guys are having an amazing November. Talk soon.